Eh bien, salutations YouTube, j'espère que tu vas bien. Bonjour, eh bien nous sommes en stream aujourd'hui, nous sommes à quelques minutes, à moins de 3 minutes du D&D Direct, hein, évidemment. Bonjour YouTube, j'espère que tu vas bien. Le D&D Direct, évidemment, qui est la conférence d'annonce pour tout ce qui est Donjons et Dragons. Et du coup, on me posait la question, ah ben tiens, qu'est-ce qui est attendu, qu'est-ce qui va être proposé, etc. lors de cette conférence. Et il y a eu donc, j'ai fait mon petit travail un petit peu je vais pas dire de journalisme, mais j'ai été un peu vérifié autour de nous. Qu'est-ce qui est prévu, qu'est-ce qui est un peu attendu, qu'est-ce qui était dans les bagages de Wizards of the Coast et de D&D ces derniers temps pour cette annonce. Vous savez, il y aura le D&D Summit également où je suis invité et probablement que je vais avoir peut-être accès au premier Virtual Tabletop, hein, le VTT D&D qui arrive dans quelques jours. Donc tenez-vous au courant sur les réseaux sociaux, on en parlera puisque j'ai les droits de le diffuser également. Mais voilà, donc pour ce D&D Direct, qu'est-ce qui a été prévu? On a donc des rumeurs, on a eu pas mal d'équipes qui ont été formées autour. Donc j'ai été voir les recrutements et les prestations qui ont été appelées par Wizards of the Coast et par Donjons Dragons pour les sorties à venir. Et on a plusieurs choses qui vont probablement donc apparaître. Je vais juste mettre moins fort la musique parce qu'elle a l'air d'être bien violente. Du coup, dans ces trucs-là, qu'est-ce qu'on a? Donc on avait donc un bouquin qui s'appellerait le Big B Presents Glory of the Giants, donc quelque chose qui tourne autour des géants. On avait donc on a une campagne sur Fancreux, enfin Fandelver, vous savez la boîte, les différentes boîtes d'initiation. En fait, il y a des liens entre elles et qu'il y aurait encore une suite qui va sortir avec une campagne complète, avec une campagne d'initiation. Pas juste une boîte mais également donc la suite de l'histoire autour de Fandelver. On a un bouquin on pense qui s'appellerait The Book of Many Things, donc un compendium avec plein de trucs dedans. Et surtout le gros du travail qui va être proposé, ou en tout cas on pense qu'il va être proposé. On attend l'annonce de Planescape, le retour de Planescape. Il y a eu pas mal d'événements qui ont été proposés, qui ont été un peu hints, qui ont été un peu émis à gauche, à droite dans le lore Donjons Dragons et dans les équipes de travail, notamment avec évidemment l'année passée il y avait Spelljammer, il y avait Dragonlance qui avait été annoncé. Mais voilà, on attend vraiment un gros truc autour de Planescape. Et on espère, hein, voilà, on verra bien dans quelques minutes ce qu'il en découlera. Ah voilà, on a moins d'une minute. Ça va bientôt commencer. Alors évidemment, dans les autres équipes, etc., j'ai vu, il y a pas vraiment d'annonce supplémentaire, donc peut-être surprise à venir. On a donc évidemment les jouets, hein, de nouveau des produits qui vont sortir en cours d'année. Il y a une série et un film qui sont encore en cours de développement et de négociation. Et surtout, voilà, des goodies à gogo. Sur ce, on va passer directement, regardez mesdames et messieurs, dans 30 secondes, on va lancer le D&D Direct. Je vais vérifier que le son est bien à 100%. Je vais pas tarder à couper la musique, voilà, 20 petites secondes, voilà. Mais voilà, j'espère donc qu'on va avoir peut-être de belles surprises ensemble. Dans 10 secondes, mesdames et messieurs, je vais couper la musique. C'est parti, D&D Direct, et vous allez voir, il y aura des soucis, hein, c'est classique. Ça, c'est un classique de tous les directs. Je suis sûr que ça va pas se lancer, ou peut-être que si. Donc voilà, mesdames et messieurs, c'est parti.
Welcome everybody to D&D Direct. We are so excited to be here with you today and to bring the most anticipated announcements from the world of Dungeons and Dragons.
And to prove it, we're going to dive right into the adventure with this truly stunning surprise. Check this out.
C'est parti. Ah, Minecraft, ok. ok. Minecraft Donjon Dragon, ok, je l'avais pas vu arriver. Salut Avnest. Ok, le jeu se prête bien. je m'y attendais tellement pas. Oh, le Minecraft Donjon Dragon. Ça peut être fun. Avec le dé en pixel, drôle. Why not en vrai? En vrai, pourquoi pas? En vrai, pourquoi pas? Pour le coup, pourquoi pas? Ok.
What a way to kick off our show!
I can't believe Minecraft and Dungeons and Dragons are teaming up.
I know! Minecraft fans and their friends now get to battle all the classic monsters from D&D. What an amazing way to unite
On
these
voit
two
pas les
worlds.
écrits.
And for
Ok.
our D&D fans, we have a little something extra to commemorate your new Minecraft adventure. You can download a special Minecraft Monsters Compendium at minecraft.net and on D&D Beyond at no cost. It features some of your favorite Minecraft mods for you to add to your games.
We're going to reveal all the new and exciting things coming to Dungeons and Dragons this year.
From the star-studded D&D movie coming out this spring to riveting reveals in the realms of digital, print, collectibles, and more.
You can track what's coming up next right here on the screen, so you'll be sure to catch your favorite announcements.
And of course, you'll have us with you every step of the way.
Honor
I'm
Monty.
your host, Gina Darling, and next to me is this strapping young man.
I'm Iffy Wadiway. We've been a part of this community
Iffy.
for a long time, and we know there are millions of fans out there who can't wait for all this new content.
We're here to tell you everything you need to know about what's going on in the world of D&D.
All right, let's keep the momentum going with the stars of the upcoming Paramount picture, Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves, right here.
Le film Donjon Dragon.
What is that?
Est-ce que je vous ai dit que le film il était bien?
It's a dead end! Simon! Up there! Portal us out of here!
We're facing the greatest evil the world has ever known.
She's executing our people.
This is unlike anything we've ever seen.
What's trying to kill us this time?
J'ai vu une certaine vidéo, c'est un Aetherion, une certaine Aetherion qui donne son avis. Ouais, j'ai vu aussi.
The magic is on a whole other level.
We're outmatched. How are we gonna defeat them?
I know what to do. I can ask corpses 5 questions and then they go back to being dead.
Perlomon Tergatis. Maybe I'm not saying it right.
Yuck.
Wonderful. Were you killed in battle?
Yes.
Great.
Ce qui est drôle, c'est qu'ils mettent en avant cette scène.
No, that wasn't for you.
C'est pour les jeunes. En vrai, mon frère a moins de 10 ans et il a été le regarder.
Why did you say okay at the end of that? I didn't.
Ils mettent en avant cette scène, mais c'est même pas la plus drôle en vrai. Bah, bref.
Oh, I can't wait!
I've already got my tickets.
Ooh, which reminds me.
What are you doing? We're hosting a show right now, dude.
Well, after seeing the trailer, I wanted to make a bard like Chris Pine's character, so I went to playdnd.com and found one of these pre-made character sheets. Then I filled out some stuff and made up a name, and ta-da, character created.
Hey.
Le personnage
Sorry. What
disponible.
Iffy's trying to say is, if you want to play D&D with your friends, you can start by going to playdnd.com and create a character of your own, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already
Sur
done. We can
Play
play
D&D,
later.
Yeah, and that's not all. Check out this song and dance on how to teach your friends about D&D.
Take it away, Joe Cat.
So what do you say? Interested?
I don't know. I'll think about it and I'll get back to you.
Oh, okay. Well, no worries. We can talk about it later.
Joe Cat, pardon. Il y a une référence dans le
You
fond.
want a game with your friends, but they are all new and have trouble playing pretend. It all seems so hard to be in the right cards just to play.
I know.
But luckily, hope is not lost. Despite how it seems, there is very little cost. In fact, it's quite painless, in some ways even brainless.
Putain, c'est cool qu'ils aient demandé à Joe Cat de venir faire la musique.
Today. First, you get your friends together, and yes, you have them, pique their interest, and then you grab them, show them live plays or front short clips or even the D&D movie. Then set a time to start playing weekly, make some characters that uniquely fit their fantasy, or dumb memes or something completely left field but groovy. Tell them it's their chance to star in their own series where they can do anything, save the world or be the villain. Use an imagination, you can even smooch a king.
This all sounds fun and everything, but I have a few concerns.
Like?
I can't voice actors sing good songs.
Embrace the bad. It's fun as heck.
I'm scared I might get rules all wrong.
Just make some up, or you can check.
But who will be the dungeon master?
Who knows the most, or the bravest friend?
But what if it all ends in disaster?
Learn from mistakes and try again! Grab pen and paper and starting rule set, and that's all you will need to start that game of D&D with your friends.
Can I add cars and laser guns?
Sure, or like fantasy, then do sci-fi, and each setting can take its place.
Ouais, le poster de Matthew Mercer aussi, je l'ai vu.
Tailor your grand adventure. D&D is so much more than how you start or how it ends. Print some sheets and grab some dice, then go and grab your friends.
You know what? I actually do want to give it a try.
Yeah!
Okay.
Now, it's no secret that the D&D movie is going to introduce the game we all love to millions of new potential fans.
We want to welcome all these new adventurers, no matter how they want to play.
And your friendly local game stores around the world will join in on the D&D celebration with an introduction to D&D games from April 6th to April 9th.
Let's give every new adventurer an enthusiastic welcome to D&D together.
And here is another great way to make that movie experience come to life with Hasbro's March Monster Madness. Please, I'm begging you, please have the owlbear. I would sell my sibling for an owlbear right now.
Hi, my name is Emily. I use she, her pronouns, and I am the brand manager for Dungeons & Dragons toys over at Hasbro. We have been working on a lot of awesome D&D toys this year to celebrate the upcoming theatrical release. Dungeons & Dragons
le film, en vrai, la sortie
D&D lore in general.
Jouets, etc.
Some of my favorite toys that we're making include our Golden Archive collection, which are our 6-inch scale figures that have premium deco. They're highly articulated. They're so much fun to play with. We have our Cartoon Classics assortment that celebrate the 40th anniversary of the 1980s cartoon, and our Dicelings, which are the first ever D20s that convert into your favorite D&D monsters. Today, I am so excited to get to show to you, for the very first time, 3 of our upcoming Golden Archive monster releases. So we have our new Golden Archive Xanathar, our lore-inspired Owlbear, and then our Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves Displacer Beast. All of these are absolutely fantastic figures that you are definitely going to want to add to your collection. If you'd like to learn more about these figures, please plan on heading over to the Hasbro Pulse YouTube page tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific Time, for a fan stream. Pre-orders for these 3 figures open tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Xanathar and the Displacer Beast are going to be Hasbro Pulse exclusives, and then our Owlbear is going to be a GameStop exclusive with limited quantities available on Pulse. So we hope to see you tomorrow for the fan stream. Thank you so much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of D&D Direct.
They did it. The brown owlbear figure will be available at GameStop, and you can get the Xanathar and Displacer Beast from Hasbro Pulse. He's my favorite.
Well, check out these stunning Secret Lair cards from Magic the Gathering, featuring characters from the D&D movie.
Secret Lair. Pour l'instant, pas grand-chose. En vrai, t'as pas raté grand-chose pour l'instant, Phil. Mais ça, on avait eu les leaks. Les leaks avaient déjà été annoncés. Le Secret Lair, Donjon Dragon, Magic.
Beautiful. And look, the regular cards and premium foil cards are on sale today at MagicSecretLair.com.
There are so many ways to engage right now with Dungeons & Dragons. We've seen pathways today through film, collectible cards, and figures, but there's nothing as fascinating as a gripping story.
And one of the best ways to immerse yourself in the Forgotten Realms is through the mind of author R.A. Salvatore.
Ah,
R.A. Salvatore
est-ce qu'on
is
va
a New
parler
York
de
Times
Drizzt?
best-selling author, father of the legendary
Salvatore.
character Drizzt Do'Urden, and creator of the
Drizzt.
epic series detailing Drizzt's adventures through the Forgotten Realms.
You know, Drizzt has been thrilling fans as a noble ranger with impressive swordsmanship and compelling, conflicted personality for 35 years. And now, in the final book, Salvatore's latest series, The Way of the Drow trilogy, is coming out this August. To tell us all about his latest book and also what that Neverwinter collaboration was like, here's the fantasy writing goat himself, R.A. Salvatore.
Ah, R.A. Salvatore.
I
cool.
wasn't planning to be an author. I was a math science major in college. I was going to be a technical writer maybe after I kind of switched over, because after I read Tolkien, I wanted to be a writer. Or at least I wanted to read. But I ran out of fantasy books to read, so I wrote my own. When I started writing, Drizzt wasn't even in the outline that I had to do, and I was doing the audition to get the first book, and I got a phone call that said, I'm late for this meeting. I have to get in there. And I need a sidekick for Wulfgar. What's his name? And off the top of my head, I said, Drizzt Do'Urden of Daemon the Shesbaran, the 9th house of Menzoberranzan. She said, can you spell it? I said, not a chance. And that's how he was born. He was the classic, misunderstood, unappreciated hero. People don't get him. They judge him unfairly. He feels like people don't know who he is. They don't accept him. It's not the content of his character for him. Who doesn't feel that way? He just resonates with people. Drizzt believes in personal agency. That's what these books are all about, is personal, individual agency. You are responsible for who you are. It's not hereditary. It's your responsibility. One of the things I've said about these books from the very beginning is that they're how I make sense of the world. I take these characters and I put pressure on them. I ask for answers to the questions I have about the world I live in. And that's what these books have done for me for 35 years. And Way of the Drow is like, it's come full circle.
Ouais, la saga de l'Elfe Noir, c'est un gros truc.
Warrior, this is the fight. Drizzt has come an awful long way. He is the catalyst for the war that's going to happen in Menzoberranzan. He's a big player in this, whether he wants to be or not. And if he dies there, he's okay with it, because he's following what he has to do, and he's completely accepted that. It's very different to write for a video game than writing a novel. When I'm writing a novel, I'm giving you people through whom you will see the world, right? You're going to walk down the road looking at the world through Drizzt's eyes. When I'm writing a video game, however, the most important character in a video game to a player is the one they're playing. Neverwinter. The work they're doing always astounds me. And the fact that they're piggybacking on stuff I did makes me feel very, very good. And what they really want us to do is come in and help them write something that's not in the books that would make sense alongside the books. So it becomes a true collaboration. When I started this journey, I thought it was going to be like a lark. I wanted to get my name on a book. When somebody writes to you and they say that something you've done has had a positive change in their life, it reminds you what a privilege it is to be able to be let into someone else's life through your work. Because, you know, they're bringing it to the book. I get letters from people saying, these guys became my friends. Or I get a letter from someone who's really ill and says, I didn't think I could beat this, but I think of Drizzt and what he went through. I can beat this. I'm sitting at home one day, and what shows up at my house but an American flag, along with a poster of a chopper flying over a fire base in Afghanistan. And it's signed by everybody on the crew and at the fire base at the time. And they were reading the Drizzt books. And they were saying, you know, you're making us forget what we had to do today and not think about what we got to do tomorrow. Thank you. You don't expect that. I mean, you know, I'm trying to just make people have a few hours of fun, enjoyment, entertainment. But they take it and they make it more. And it's a real privilege. And it's humbling, it's inspiring, it's why I do what I do.
Et du coup,
Menzoberranzan is a prison. I am fortunate to have escaped.
Dis-moi que c'est une extension.
It is my hope that someday this place can be cast open, its citizens freed from their captor.
Un jeu vidéo, une extension. C'est une extension de Neverwinter. Ok, ok.
Gina and I both got to fly out to Washington and meet the developers on the D&D digital play space. We are so excited to share all the secrets we discovered.
Okay.
So check this out.
Voilà, mesdames et messieurs, attendu.
This is amazing.
Okay,
guys ready to play some D&D?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So we've got 4 really cool characters here. Is anyone thinking about anything specifically?
Le virtual tabletop.
I'm thinking Dorbin. I like his beard and I want to be a bearded man today.
Nice. Nice. All right, so
Are you having fun dragging him around?
Oh, yeah. It's a blast.
I've actually had the sorcerer I've been wanting to play for forever. Is there a way I can just port it in?
Yeah, is it on D&D Beyond?
Yep.
Okay, sweet. There we go, all linked up and ready to go.
Woo, huzzah!
There's a lot of ways to play D&D online,
Okay.
and not all of them
Donc
are
c'est lié
hitting
à la
the big
database
3
D&D
things that we
Beyond.
think were important. Fun, convenience, and authenticity. Oh, hello, welcome to the inn. Have a seat. I'll get some refreshments. What would you have?
A nice grog would be nice. I'm really warm. I was standing real close to the fireplace.
Ouais, il y a une
You have
référence
good wood.
Tespire. Hein.
Your wood is good.
Everyone hears scratching noises in the walls. Barton's like, damn rats! And he kicks the wall.
I'd like to roll perception to see if I can figure out where the sound is coming from.
Yeah, so you want to go to the walls and kind of look around.
C'est joli. En
Fire
vrai, c'est
breaks
joli.
out. The whole inn shudders a little bit.
Dorbin, do the rats you encounter normally move buildings?
Not anyone that I've seen.
There might be more to this than rats.
What I want to do is connect all my friends and play with them. They're on their computers, they're on their phones, they're on their game consoles, but we're all together playing through the same virtual tabletop. So that's the dream right there.
Yeah.
Ceiling crashes down. Everybody make a dex save.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that's under dexterity. It'll be the top up there. It'll be dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, solid.
Okay.
So now you roll 2 dice.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
Well, let's see how cool it is after
Ok,
you roll.
avec un peu de chance, c'est ce qu'on aura entre les mains au D&D
We're
Summit.
in
hein.
Unreal 5, which is latest, greatest. But now we're actually testing with friends of people who work at Wizards and their families. It's got spells, it's got effects, it's got a lot more rules in it. So those sort of things are what we've been adding.
I will go over to this flame here and sort of rub my hands together and go, all right, please work, please work, please work. And I'm going to cast Control Flames.
Nice.
To extinguish them.
We're just trying to like show you where the rules are, not being like, oh, once you get to the end of that, you can't move anymore, because that's not really D&D to us. It's like, if your DM's okay with it and you want to do a flip and land on the table, then that's just how the game gets played. Yeah, go ahead. Just put yourself right up on top of the roof.
I have the high ground now.
The ground shakes, trembles, and an insect-like beast comes out with gnashing pincers.
Ok, il y a de l'animation. Il y a des... En vrai, pour l'instant,
We can have
ça donne.
the DM be able to set the mood, set the lighting. What time of day is it? Is it raining? You know, is there fire embers falling from the sky? We just want to enable people to play the way they want to.
En vrai,
Let's
ça
go
donne envie.
into encounter mode now, which means that we're all going to roll initiative. So,
Ok, c'est pris en charge directement par le.
the
Ok.
DM dice. 2 20s.
No.
It always happens. So he's going to turn around and actually acid spray
Oh.
the kobolds.
Il y a des animations sur les sorts.
D&D is the first mod community.
Yes.
Right? Like, if
Yes.
you go all the way back. We're going to make our own content, but we want to make that content out of building blocks that everybody can break apart and make their own content from, because that remix is like core to the DNA of D&D.
I will use my longsword.
Apparemment,
Here
on va pouvoir
we
construire
go.
et reconstruire à sa manière.
Well, that got its attention.
Oh no.
You might want to just give this one up and run.
So with these tools that you're going to hand to the players, is there a way for the community to share assets?
The strength of it is the community, and the community creating everything. And we create stuff, and then the community tries to one-up us, and then we try to one-up the community,
Yes.
right? Like, that's a big part of it. And you know, having that sort of marketplace where you can just like download other
Ok, il y
people's
aura un
stuff
marketplace
and
où on
check
peut
it out.
mettre
I
des
think
trucs
that's like a
dessus.
core to the final experience.
Ok.
Then I'm
L'objectif,
going
c'est de
to
laisser un
hold out
maximum
my
de créativité
hands
à la
and
communauté.
cast Magic Missile, with all of them focused on the Ankeg.
We're going to put everything in the
Ok, il y a
monster manual.
quelques
in it.
effets.
We want you to be able to, you know, play the game as it's written.
I have 8 hit points. I don't do physical activity.
Miss
Nice.
18. Slam down to the left and right of you.
I feel like it's so perfect to come
vrai,
in and be
ça
able to
donne
visualize
bien,
and
ça
see
donne envie,
everything and
ouais.
hear everything. That's what my favorite thing about this whole VTT is.
There's always like a group of people that want to take that, you know,
5-hour
prep, and there's people like me that just like, give me an in, some characters, and I'm playing. Oh, there we go.
Ça rappelle vraiment le. Ça rappelle vraiment le.
Let's go.
La DA
so
Baldur's Gate.
The big question is, when are we getting the virtual tabletop?
Next, we're just going to open it up slowly to more and more people so that hopefully a lot of the people listening will be able to play it this year.
I hope that you are so very proud of this because I was in awe.
I am glad that you guys like it. You never know, right? That's where I'm at with the developers. Like, I need the feedback. I need the loop.
Ok. On va avoir probablement accès à ça dans les prochains jours. Hein. Enfin, en tout cas, moi, je vais avoir accès.
To get to see all of this in its early stages was so exciting.
We'd like to go now to the WZK newsroom where they have the latest developments of an escape of a life-size mimic. Let's find out what's going on.
Good morning and welcome to WZK News, where our top story is the continued search for this life-sized mimic, which recently escaped containment from the WizKids top secret research facility.
Ok, donc ça c'est de nouveau beaucoup de jouets, beaucoup de goodies.
Taking acting classes on Santa Monica Boulevard. I'm getting some breaking news. Just in, it seems there's been another escape from the WizKids containment facility. I'm being told that a baby owl bear is now also on the loose.
Ok, ça c'est des goodies, ça des jouets, ça je m'y attendais.
Claws, razor sharp talons and eyes that will melt your heart. Anyone who sights the baby owl bear is encouraged not to approach it and definitely not to take it home, no matter how much they might be tempted. From everyone here at Channel 20, thanks for watching. I'm Hank Presto. Good night.
Oui, d'accord, mais...
Next up, we have Joe Manganiello here in the studio. He's the director and producer of the D&D documentary coming out next year, and he has a special update just for us about where they are in the making of.
Rien de neuf sur le jeu de rôle.
I'm Joe Manganiello. Like many of you, Dungeons & Dragons has had a huge impact on me ever since I was a kid, growing up, spending summers on a small island off the coast of Maine, and then throughout the rest of the year back home in Pittsburgh. It provided an incredible wellspring of form and creativity that sparked a lifelong love of storytelling that began galvanizing itself through my role as a dungeon master, beginning at the young age of 9. Ultimately, it was my love of Dragonlance that opened the door for my involvement with the brand, working tirelessly to develop a live-action version of the Dragonlance novels that have never been far from my thoughts throughout all these years since I first read them. But I'm here today speaking to you because I'm also in the middle of directing and producing the official 50-year history of Dungeons & Dragons documentary, working alongside leading Dungeons & Dragons scholar John Peterson, his co-author of several D&D books, Kyle Newman, and my brother and producing partner, Nick. Being that we're standing on the precipice of the 50th anniversary of Dungeons & Dragons in 2024, it was the perfect time for this documentary to be made. We're also currently in production filming elevated conversations with a host of creators, directors, screenwriters, authors, showrunners, rock stars, politicians, talk show hosts, comedians, professional wrestlers, studio executives, and visual artists who all came from completely different worlds.
Son groupe de jeu, il est composé de gens incroyables.
The culture we live in. And I think it's important to say that we're not just documenting D&D's roller coaster of a history, but the incredible impact that it's had on the world and our culture up till now. So stay tuned, as we'll be bringing you more updates throughout the year as we get closer to the documentary's release date. That's right, in the Year of the Dragon, 2024. Thanks so much.
2024, le documentaire. Okay.
That documentary is going to be the perfect way to celebrate 50 years of Dungeons & Dragons.
C'est un très très gros rôliste.
So true. It's amazing getting to understand the inspiration behind it, how it has evolved, and the passion that still guides and empowers this legendary world of adventure and fantasy.
There has never been a better time to make the epic stories of Dungeons & Dragons part of your personal story. There's room in this adventure for everyone in whatever way you and your friends and family like to engage most.
Yep, the fun of sharing our imaginations and our individual passions with others is what Dungeons & Dragons is all about.
That is why it's been such a pleasure to be here today to share and celebrate this next leg of our adventure together.
Iffy and I thank you for joining us here at D&D Direct, but before we go, we have one last piece. The veritable boss battle of our whole show.
That's right. You're going to see the seeds of storytelling that have been building over the past decade. You're also going to hear about what's coming next in the stories and adventures from Dungeons & Dragons Studio in 2024 and beyond.
Take it away, Chris Perkins and Jeremy Crawford.
Ok, là on va parler du jeu de rôle.
Everyone. We are so excited to talk
Chris
about
Perkins,
what we've spent the past decade building and exploring together, the D&D multiverse.
Within these stories, we visited
un de mes MJ préférés, hein, lui.
embarked in thrilling
Un de mes MJ préférés,
and
lui.
Come face to face with a few of the D&D multiverse's most iconic characters and conflicts.
We began our exploration of the multiverse in 2014, laying the foundation for exciting stories to come.
Le multivers,
Together,
exploration.
we uncovered mysterious obsidian obelisks brimming with incredible power. We fought off corrupt prophets of elemental evil before they could obliterate the Forgotten Realms.
We battled giants, bent on conquering the Sword Coast, and we bore witness to the terrifying return of Tiamat, the evil queen of dragons.
We also encountered some of D&D's most timeless figures, iconic spellcasters like the world-hopping wizard Mordenkainen, who confronted the vampire lord Strahd, and the witch queen Tasha, famous for her potent spells and tomes on fiendish lore. Were they friend or foe? Well, that was for you to discover. So what's next? As always, the D&D multiverse just keeps on getting bigger. In 2023, we'll pick up where we left off and introduce some new narrative threads.
Let's start with Keys from the Golden Vault, a burglar's dozen of daring heists. One of the 13 adventures takes place in Revel's End, the bleak prison that features in the upcoming D&D movie Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Next, we'll marvel at wondrous legends and giant civilizations in the book Bigby presents Glory of the Giants. Bigby, another timeless figure from D&D's multiverse, will expand on the origins of giants and their titanic struggles with each other as they vie for power.
After that, we'll further explore the mystery of the obelisks that have cropped up in so many of our adventures. Phandelver and Below, the Shattered Obelisk, marks our return to Phandalin, where a mysterious obelisk begins to unleash monstrous danger beneath the earth.
Next up is Planescape, Adventures in the Multiverse.
Enfin,
In this book, we'll return to Sigil, a place where anything can happen. It's a city where everyone and everything is together, and as we know, that can lead to, well, disagreements. This realm of possibilities is full of wild and weird planes of existence for you to explore and sets up our major adventure in 2024.
And we'll end this year with a closer look at a magic item that has been a delightful source of chaos in D&D, the Deck of Many Things.
The Deck of
For
Many
the first
Things.
time, we're delving into the multiverse-spanning story behind this bedlam-causing, campaign-rocking item.
Remember, the D&D multiverse is always expanding. Even with so many new stories coming to light, there's still so much more to explore.
And so many more stories to tell. A major D&D villain will be making his long-awaited return in the not-too-distant future. Dare we utter his name?
Those of you who've watched Stranger Things may know Vecna as an otherworldly monster, but this villain's true cosmic horror will be unleashed in 2024 with a world-hopping adventure that both celebrates our 50-year history and reveals even deeper plots for years to come.
Vecna's reign of terror is just one example of the interconnected storytelling that can be found in D&D. Every new product is a chance for us to build on earlier work and plant new seeds for the future.
It's true. Vecna is just the beginning. You're going to see so many more surprising connections emerge during the next 5 years.
For example, the Red Wizards, whose evil is on display in the D&D movie, will have their own epic story in 2025.
Speaking of villains in red, fans of the Dungeons & Dragons cartoon will be pleased to hear that the red-clad sorcerer Venger, that show's main antagonist, will return in a D&D adventure.
And let's not forget the League of Malevolence, an assemblage of villains introduced in the wild beyond the Witchlight. These villains seek power across the multiverse, and you will learn more about them and their members in the years and stories to come.
There are so many
il y a plein de trucs qui n'étaient pas attendus. Beaucoup d'antagonistes.
We can't wait to reveal them to you one by one.
Thank you for supporting, sharing, and telling these incredible stories with us. D&D fans are truly the heart of this brand. What we write, you bring to life.
And the most exciting twists and turns in Dungeons & Dragons are still ahead. Here's to the next leg of the adventure.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Ok, beaucoup de retours.
From all of us here at D&D Direct, thank you for adventuring with us for nearly 50 years. Here's to 50 more.
To 50 more. Goodbye, everyone.
Ok, plein de... Ok, magnifique. C'est vraiment pas mal pour le coup. Ok. Alors, attendez, je reviens vers vous. Wow, en vrai, donc tout ce que j'avais prévu, tout ce que j'avais cru comprendre, les géants, Glory of the Giant, Phandelver Campaign, le Book of Many Things et Planescape sont annoncés, mais le fait qu'il y ait beaucoup de retours d'antagonistes, l'antagoniste de The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, l'antagoniste du dessin animé, le retour de pas mal de géants, Vecna qui annonce probablement le passage à 1D&D. Pour le coup, j'ai pas mal de... Ok. Pas mal de trucs annoncés, ouais. Pas mal de trucs annoncés en vrai. Bah franchement, pour le coup, ça va, c'est cool. Bah on s'y attendait. 30 minutes pour avoir juste 2 minutes qui parlent du JDR papier rushé à la fin. Bah en fait, le truc, c'est que si il fallait participer avant, c'est Donjon Dragon essaye de s'inscrire dans une ligne où en fait la licence est plus large que juste le jeu de rôle papier. Et il y a un post-show, mais ça je vais le regarder de mon côté. Donc voilà, si vous avez raté les annonces, ben voilà, vous avez donc la VOD ici maintenant. Et ensuite, moi j'ai accès au D&D Summit dans quelques jours, où je vais pouvoir mettre la main notamment sur le Virtual Tabletop, évidemment, j'en parlerai aussi. Donc voilà, mesdames et messieurs, merci en tout cas pour votre présence, et j'espère que ça vous a plu. C'était donc Naetherion pour le D&D Beyond. Le retour de la légende de Drizzt, la clôture en fait de la saga de l'Elfe Noir. Donc voilà, j'ai envie de jouer, moi aussi j'ai envie de jouer maintenant. Du coup voilà, des bisous tout le monde, merci pour votre présence, ciao YouTube.